things like that, things like this, and things like this, things like this.
Hello everyone, I'm Out1976, and today we'll be looking at Pac-Land on the Commodore 64. Now this game is an absolute classic. I'd say it's the best out of the 8-bit conversions because the other conversions don't have the scrolling, whereas the Commodore has that, and it plays really well. It's really close to the arcade original, to be totally fair. Now, in this game you play the part of Pac-Man, who's travelling through Pac-Land trying to get a fairy that's hiding under his hat to a different destination. Now you make many trips, I think it's 4 on this version, and basically at the end of the trip the fairy will come out your hat and then it will say break time. It's a really simple game. I haven't done a very good job describing it. In fact, I've done a shit job describing it, but it's a classic. You know, it came out in 1984 on the arcade. That's a couple of years before Super Mario Brothers. I believe Super Mario was actually inspired by this game. I don't know whether that's actually true, but this is a Quicksilver version, which is the same as the Grand Slam version. The Grand Slam version came out, I think, a year later, because I actually had this version, and then the Grand Slam version came out afterwards, because they was porting it to the Spectrum, Amstrad, Atari ST and Amiga. Now I personally myself prefer this Commodore 64 version to any of the 16-bit versions or the other two 8-bit versions, because the Amstrad version has no scrolling, but does look a lot more colourful than this. I do think it looks better until you realise it doesn't have the scrolling. You know, it's got the push screen scrolling. The Spectrum version looks a complete mess. You know, my friend Tony, ZX Spectstar, done a video on that. I recommend you check that video out because he's doing a better job of explaining this game than me, because I'm not doing a very good job at all. Now this game was based off the Pac-Man cartoon by Hanna-Barbera. The cartoon came out first, and this game is actually based off that. Now the cartoon won't be shown on the TV again due to what people refer to Pac-Man as, which I'm not going to say on this video because people will take it the wrong way, but it's not intended to be racist, but it is a racist word, racist slang, you know, what Miss Pac-Man and other people call him. Anyway, I think we've covered that in the podcast before, but this game's absolutely brilliant. You know, I can't praise it enough, and this conversion, with having the scrolling, you know, it's got really smooth scrolling, which this video is not actually showing too well. It's making it look jerkier than what it actually is, but it plays really well. I like this bit where you jump and you quickly tap it, you know, whatever direction you're running in. Because on this game to run, you tap it in a direction, and on the jumps, you press the fire to jump and then keep tapping it, and then he sort of hovers in the air. And then the end of the trip, the fairy comes out, and then the Queen Fairy comes, and then she gives you boots that make you fly. So you can basically fly back home to Pac-Man's missus and, you know, little baby Pac-Man Jr., I think. And on the arcade you have Chomp Chomp, which is his dog, and his cat, and I don't know what the cat's called, I might have got the names mixed up. But yeah, it's a really good game. This conversion is really solid, you know, really decent conversion. Can't recommend it enough. I think with this game, the best conversion is the Turbo Graphics, or as it's known, the PC Engine. And then you've got the Atari Lynx version, which is pretty good as well. You know, it's not bad at all. The NES version looks a mess, but bizarrely plays really well and has all the secrets, which this version doesn't have. Anyway, here you go, back home to Mrs. Pac-Man and baby. And now you go through the, you know, do another trip. I think it's got about 4 trips on this, I'm not 100% sure. I believe the arcade version's got 6. But yeah, it's a great game, definitely worth checking out. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I've rambled on a bit too much. More videos coming soon.
It's all good in the long run.
Things like that.